So today I am here with Linley's band from the Linley Hamilton Quartet.
I'm Cian Boylan. I'm a piano player and Linley's producer, arranger and co-composer.
I'm Andrew McCoubrey. I play drums in the band, and I'm a jazz drummer with a lot of local artists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Rohan Armstrong. I play double bass. Again, like Andrew, I play with a lot of artists.
So, how do you feel your performance went today?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. That was room was nice, audience were nice, piano was nice, playing with convivial friends. Everything was it felt good today, I think.
Yeah, having a grand piano just makes a big difference to this kind of music. It just with everything being acoustic, I think it just lends a different energy to the room,
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your favourite song or piece you performed today, and why?
I like them all equally.
Yeah, they all have different vibes. I think again, with certain rooms we can stretch into different spaces. I thought even Throw It Away was interesting. Just like every
It's
time
all about light and change. If you did 6 pieces like Cape Town Flower in a row, you're not going to enjoy the 5th and 6th one. But as long as there's light and shade, bit of variety in tempo, harmonically, melodically, it kind of throws you into a different direction, and as you said, allows you to stretch out a little bit more, or allows you to convey something different to the audience.
Any advice you would give to students hoping to find a career in the performing industry?
Like go to gigs, hear other musicians playing, develop a sphere of friends that you can just always be engaging with music at all times, whether that's listening to records together, making dinner, or anything. Just always be engaged.
Be pretty obsessive about it.
Yeah.
Just trying to absorb as much as you
Have
can.
a backup plan just in case. I mean, it's like any career. You have to sort of dedicate yourself to it completely. I think if you want to be successful in it, and somewhere like Ireland, which is relatively small, one thing is to try to be a little bit versatile and do a lot of different things. It's quite difficult if you're stuck in one very, very strict channel to get by.
I do think that sense of playing here in Ireland, you need to play a lot of different genres to kind of get by.
Yeah, and it's not a bad thing, because you bring all sorts of elements of all sorts of different styles of music into it, and that's what created jazz in the first place.
It really enhances what you.
Yeah, I think you can only really appreciate the depth of any kind of music if you play it live on a gig and realize, oh man, there's so much more to this than I thought.
Yeah.
What were you doing at our age? Were your sights set in music?
I just started playing in jam sessions and doing what I was saying earlier, just immersing myself in like the musical scene here, just meeting as many people as possible and just playing and living the music is really what I was doing.
Yeah, I guess I had a bit of a circuitous route to it. I mean, I was playing since I was 6 or something, and I was always, music was my thing. Music or art, I was really into art. And then for some bizarre reason, I did a business degree in Trinity, and I was always playing. I was playing, making money out of it when I was 15-year-old with various different little outfits and stuff. But I ended up becoming a management consultant for about 7 years for a big American company, and but I was taking a month off and doing an album or going on tour or something like that. So after a while, I had to give. So and then I became full-time. But so around around your age, I think I was in Trinity studying maths and business.
What has been your proudest moment in your career to date?
It's really just because when we play improvised music, like the proudest moment is the moment where the music all connects together. The proudest moments are what you should be striving for every gig, really.
Yeah, it's funny. It's not necessarily the biggest gig. Sometimes those gigs are the most kind of impersonal, or the gigs you're most disconnected to. So as Andrew said, it's sort of, it can be gig to gig. It's just really what you're striving for is that feeling of It was an Art Farmer said, he's a jazz trumpeter. So there's 3 different types of improvising. You know, there's one where you're sort of playing pre-learned licks. You know, licks you've already kind of learned. You're finally working out how to fit it over the changes. And then the one where you're singing in your head at the same time as you're playing, and it feels great. And then there's the moments you need to strive for. I said some people never get it, and some people get it 5 times in their life. It's where you're so present that you're listening to yourself play. You know, you're hearing what you're doing before you're aware that you're doing it. And I guess that's kind of what you're talking about trying to be kind of in the moment.
Why is music important to you?
It's funny, I was actually this morning reading an article that Ted Gioia, like a very famous jazz writer, published about his sort of pitch for a new musicology, which is like scientifically based in like the left and right brain and the hemispheres. And I think like that article was referencing like the kind of transcendental like journey of jazz music, being able to be completely out of your life in the moment of just absorption and just being. You know, it's like great music puts you there the same way that climbing up a big mountain does. It's really just freeing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's something that brings people together. You know, it's something that you see people locked in dementia and they hear a tune from their past and they're able to sing every single word of it, yet they haven't spoken a word in 5 years. You know, things like that just have to give it meaning. You know, it's just got for me it's always just a place I go to. You know, I'm sit down at the piano and I'm relaxed and all my worries are gone. You know, but I think it's just such a vital part of your life, and without it you're dead.
That's true. Music by definition cannot be described by words, and even that fact is something that makes music so important for me, is that it's something completely outside of all of our other experience in life.
We could go anywhere in the world and meet up with people and have a musical conversation that transcends language.
That's true.
It's something very special.
All right, guys, thank you.